What are your thoughts po itong nangyayari pong rotational brownouts na inaasahan po natin magiging madalas ngayong tag-init?
Oo. So kung titignan na, the last time na nag-guest ako sa inyo, yun na yung sinabi ko. This summer month, mag-antay tayo kasi every summer nagkakaroon tayo ng red and yellow alert. Hindi na to bago. So alam natin na every year meron at meron talagang red and yellow alert. Ang nakakatakot dyan, kasunod ng red and yellow alert ay price increase. Ngayon, para hindi halata, hindi tayo magkakaroon ng bill shock, gagawin nilang staggered payment. So that is the pattern na nangyayari on a yearly basis.
Oo.
So,
okay. Sir Nick, kami po, ako po, nung lumalaki, dekada 90 yan. Naku, naalala ko tuloy, natandaan niyo po ba kung kayo pinanganak na noon, yung mga talagang brownout season, like talagang may schedule na po. Are we looking at the same scenario now? Lalo na po may crisis ngayon sa Middle East?
well, ngayon, mas maganda naman compared during the dark ages nga ng 90s, no?
Oo.
Yun nga lang, ngayon kasi mas mahal. Every year, red and yellow alert, increase ng presyo. So, parang ang nangyayari po na pattern, hindi man ganun na parang dark ages na rotational brownout every hour, 4 hours lang. Hindi ganun ang mangyayari. Pero ngayon, it's more expensive. Power is now more expensive.
Yeah.
So, yun po yung kinakabahala natin mga consumers kasi lagi pag merong red and yellow alert, kasunod niyan, price increase automatically. We have solutions actually for red and yellow alert. Matagal na po nating matagal na tayong nananawagan sa Kongreso at sa ating mga energy regulators. No, there are 4 solutions that we can do immediately if we are serious on solving itong red and yellow alert natin. Okay, number 1, we need to audit all energy players from sa power plants natin, kung ano yung mga old na power plants, lagi na silang nagsha-shutdown every year. So dapat patigilin na yan. If hindi natin kayang improve, we need to eliminate them already in the energy mix. Sa NGCP, marami pong mga delayed projects. We need to audit the operation of NGCP as well as sa ating mga distribution utilities, both private and electric cooperative. Dapat merong efficiency sa lahat ng mga energy players natin para alam natin sino yung i-upgrade, sino yung tutulungan natin, at sino yung tatanggalin natin. No? Number 2, we need to finish all delayed grid projects. One reason kung bakit po yung energy sector natin ay laging ganito na may problema is because we have a weak NGCP or transmission grid. So, pag hindi kaya ng transmission lines, nagkakaroon tayo ng forced outages. No? So, we need to finish all delayed grid projects. At nakakatakot po dyan ay bayad na po ng mga consumers yan, nasingil na po. Bakit delayed pa rin yung project? Number 3 is enforce transparency at accountability sa ating distribution utilities, both private and electric cooperative. Kasi gusto natin malaman saan ba sila kumukuha ng power nila. Dapat fair competition, hindi yung kakutsaba lang nila, doon lang sila bumibili. No, there need to be transparency sa ating power supply agreement. And number 4, institutionalized consumer participation. Hindi dapat na hanggang public consultation lang ang mga consumers. Dapat kasama rin tayo kasi tayong nakaka-experience kung anong nangyayari talaga sa grassroots. We need to be part of amending the ITIRA law. We need to be part of creating ERC and DOE policies. Dapat kasama ang consumers. So itong 4 na to kaya natin gawin immediately. Ito yung mga short-term at mid-term na solutions natin. I'm just not sure why our regulators and Congress is not hearing us for so long.